Alrighty, so I said in the Keo video that I wanted to test out this team because I've actually not used it, and I can definitely see why everybody's using it. I mean, it makes sense. So we're just going to go ahead and hop in. I don't know exactly how long these matches will last or anything like that, so it may end up being a kind of a quick video, but I don't know. You always end up getting thrown off guard. Maybe end up going against something kind of off meta. I have seen a couple of like Estarossa, Tarmiel sort of teams and stuff like that lately, so maybe we'll run into something like that. I don't know for sure, but yeah. Like I said, I can definitely see why people use this team. It seems to be the most common team that I go up against. So then again, like, I got a comment the other day on a video saying, oh wow, you're only in platinum. And yes, I'm only in platinum because I don't play PvP all that much, because PvP to me is insufferable. So just be aware that some of the numbers and stuff like that are going to seem really high, and it's because I'm in a much higher I think my gear is just on a much higher level than it should be for the rank that I'm in. So yeah, but yeah, with these three units, like, I mean, what's not to like, I guess? I mean, Escanor literally fits into the human category, which, you know, is the whole goal and basis around the Bond team. So I see why people use it. It makes the most sense. So let's see what goes on here. So he's gonna taunt with Derriere. That is definitely a bit of a problem. But I think, honestly, I don't know if I'll be able to get Bond down here or not, but we're just going to go full AoE. Good damage there. We may be able to get him down, actually. Boom. Yeah, I think we've got him. So there goes Gother. There goes Bond. He's got buffs on Derry, but it's really not going to do much. My ultimates are disabled, but I don't have any ultimates yet. Twigo in the back. Pretty interesting team, but I feel like I don't know, it's always really weird to see teams that run Bond without running the human support, because I feel like Arthur is kind of the whole, like, glue to the whole team. Like, he's really the guy who makes it that much better. So it's kind of odd to see people run it without him, but I can respect it. It makes sense. Let's see here. I guess we're just gonna go for this, and then that should deal a pretty decent amount of damage. Honestly, not too worried about the ult. I mean, he does have good buffs on, so he'll probably end up killing somebody. But, I mean, it is what it is, I guess. I'm assuming he's gonna go for Bond since he's got ult. I'll merge on Arthur, and I'll get his ult, which will be kind of nice. Okay, never mind. He didn't kill Bond. See, that's another thing, is Bond is so tanky. He's an absolute beast. It's kind of ridiculous. But really, what can you expect? His whole kit is built around HP, so it makes sense that he's got a ton of tank ability, if that is even a word. So, all right, pretty interesting match. Obviously, his CC was kind of low, but we'll see what the next one holds. All right, second team here. Looks like we're just going against a standard Escanor team. His CC is pretty high, so he's at 250k. I honestly don't know what my goal should be here. I think let's just go for early damage on Liz, because I like to wait a bit and try to get them to get some more ultimate gauge first before I use Bond cards, just so that way I can actually get some decent damage off. Would have been really nice to kill her first turn, but it is what it is. Obviously, running the Bond team doesn't really help Escanor all that much. Like, I mean, yeah, Arthur is definitely buffing his HP, and it's like 20% extra damage dealt. But without having Death Pierce in the back to help out with like his crits and crit damage and stuff like that, I feel like it ends up falling a tad short sometimes. I think we're just going to go for the big Bond play here. This should kill Liz, and it should deal a good amount of damage to everybody else. Yeah, killed Gother straight up. That makes sense. It's actually insane how much the damage difference is compared to like a level 3 of the detonate card. Like, oh my god, like the level 3 on this card is absolutely nuts. Like I just finished doing all of the Tower of Trials stuff for season 6 that just came out for this patch, and I literally just, like, a lot of it I just let auto, and Bond just absolutely destroyed the whole thing, which is hilarious because anytime I would get a gold card, it would deal like 500k to like one enemy. So dealing, you know, going through Tower of Trials, like killing the rest of them and stuff like that, like you're doing like well over like a couple of million, or not a couple of million, but well over 1 million damage. So pretty crazy. All right, what's our third team here? Looks like we have a Bond team, but this is the one that I prefer. So I don't know what would be best to go for here. Maybe we go for, I don't know if we'll be able to do it or not, but we could try to go for first turn Arthur kill. I really doubt we have enough damage to do, like with his CC being as high as it is, I kind of doubt we have first turn Bond kill. Ooh, yeah, we don't even have first turn Escanor kill, or Arthur kill. Depending on my Escanor cards, I may be able to kill him next turn. I kind of doubt it. That's going to be a really tough call. Because he's going to buff up right here with the blue card. Yeah. And then he's going to stance. Yeah. I guess, well, we can't even, I was going to say we could try to rush ult, but we can't even do that with Escanor. Let's just go for this right here, and we'll pop a stance card. Because we can stance card next turn too. If we can pull another Bond card, we can try to get ult. And now we can, okay, we can, well, we didn't pull any Bond cards, so that's a little unfortunate, but we can try to go for Escanor's ulti here. Depending on how well built his Bond is, I'm honestly not too worried about it. He's green 30%, so what is that, 1/6? Yeah, 1/6. Let's go for the stance. Let's try to kill Arthur, I guess, and that'll give us ult. Boom. Nice. Okay, so that worked out really well. Really good damage on Easton too. And then I've got ult. He can't take my ult off with Easton because of the stance. And then this ult, this 1/6 ult is honestly not going to do that much damage to me. If he has detonate cards, that could be an issue, but I really doubt he's able to detonate me down in one turn with Escanor, especially with me having a buff up. I think we're in the clear here. Because honestly, that is the one thing about Bond that I'm not the craziest about, is his ultimate really doesn't do a really good amount of damage until he's like maxed out, which means that he's a lot better if you wail really hard for him, which kind of sucks, but you know, it is what it is. Really can't do anything about that. That's just how the game works, I guess. I think we go for this. So this is a 6/6 ult. Let's see how much this does. He doesn't have his buff on, but he's got, okay, so it kills him at least, which is good. He went for Twigo. Alrighty. I'm kind of surprised I won this one, but then again, I guess it's all about just, I think the big thing with the Bond team is you just need to really like place your stance cards well, so that way they can't take off ultimates and stuff like that. And obviously having a built Escanor is obviously a huge plus. Bond being a pretty big monster is, you know, a huge plus, so Alright, so now we have a Ludo and Escanor combo, and we still out CC'd him, which is pretty surprising. He only out CC's Arthur, which is pretty surprising as well. I don't really know who to go for here. I think I'm gonna buff and probably hit Escanor. Like, I could go for Ludo, but he's really only being able to use Ludo on Arthur, so I don't think I'm really all that worried about it. Because if I can get him to start building some ultimate gauge, I can try to use the detonate card, which would be pretty big. And then I have another Escanor card that can probably kill his Escanor at this point. He's attacking into Arthur though, which means he's going to lose the ultimate gauge that he just built back up. That's kind of lame. That's the one thing that kind of sucks, is that Arthur's ult is a detonate skill, and so is Bond's. Or not as old, but Bond's card is a detonate skill, which means that he actually kind of cucks himself by putting up the stance, and then they attack into it and lose ultimate gauge. So, yeah, kind of lame. So he's got Angel Girl in the back. It's kind of annoying to deal with, to be honest, but we can do it. I think I'm going to merge these two, and then I'll use the Bond card for maximum card draw. And then we can try to slap Ludo, maybe. Yeah. Could have went for maybe an Arthur card to get more, or to get an ult, but I think I'm okay here. Yeah, his ultimate gauges are pretty full too, so I think Heart Crusher is probably gonna end up killing, I would imagine, both of these characters, which he does still have Liz's passive to worry about, but I think we'll be fine. Those are doing nothing. Pretty sure this is a bot playing the team though, so I bet he would have played it differently if it was actually him playing. Alright, let's see this. Type disadvantage on Ludo. Doesn't matter. That actually brought Liz down quite a bit too. Alright, so that is pretty much game for this one. Got 2 ults in hand. I guess we'll just go ahead and next match, so that way you guys don't have to sit through this little end piece. Alright, last match is pretty much a mirror match, but his CC is quite a bit lower than mine. He does have a costume though. I feel like everybody runs the default Bond costume for some reason, and I don't really know why. Like, I mean, I honestly figured more people would be running this one over anything else, just because of how, like, it has that typical sort of like cool factor that appeals to a lot of people, I feel like. So it's just kind of odd to see that people aren't running it, kind of. I don't know. I feel like I end up seeing the normal, like, Bond, like, red coat with the black spots or whatever on it more than anything, which, I mean, is fine. It's cool. Like, I don't know. Unexpected for me, really. But yeah, I don't know. With this outfit being as cool as it is, I kind of figured more people would be running that one. Alright, so we've got a level 3 card here, which is going to be pretty nuts. Like I said earlier, though, it doesn't really matter if he keeps bringing his own ult gauge back down. He merged on a Bond card there, so we might actually be in a really good spot here. Let's just try to kill Bond, maybe? I don't know. Depends on how much my Bond does. A really good amount. I don't know if I kill Bond necessarily, but yeah, okay, we kill him. Bonk. Easy peasy. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, I didn't lose a match with this team, but I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say if I like this one. Obviously has the damage output. Like, this one is end all be all, like, big damage. As long as you can place your taunts right, they can't take off the ults on the 2 that matter. But I guess it just depends on your RNG on whether or not you're going to pull the taunts to begin with. So it really just depends. But I don't know. Easton honestly is really, really nice because you can remove ult gauge, etc. But I don't know. It's really hard to say. I think this team honestly might beat it, to be honest. Like, as much as I don't want it to be the best team because it runs 2 festival units and they're absolutely nuts, you know, what's going to stop that really? So I don't know. That's pretty much it. I don't really have anything else to mess around with. I'm out of tickets. So let me know your thoughts. What team are you using, and what do you think of the other teams? Because I like the Easton team the most, but it does look like that you know, the Bond and Escanor combo are going to be doing probably the most damage and stuff like that, damage output and everything like that to the other team. Obviously, if you have like a 6/6 Bond, you can literally just rush his ult probably in the match right there, but I don't know, just depends. So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe for more content in the future, and I will see you guys in the next video.